If two identical twins wore the exact same outfit, swapped places halfway through the race, and then won that race, would anyone notice?
So did you run or who ran?
So we did this 1.5 years ago, and a lot of the comments say we look nothing alike. So this time around, we're going all out. I bought the exact same singlet, exact same shorts, exact same shoes for us to run in. On top of that, yesterday I went to get a haircut to exactly match my twin Jacob to make us as identical as possible. We are now ready to fool everyone. Let's cut to the race. All right, we're at the 5K with two very clear goals. Number one, win the race. Number two, don't get caught. What can the audience expect from your performance today? I think all the great teams in history have what they call a closer. And for us today, it will be yours truly, Jacob Spears. Here's the plan. This race is a 2-loop 5K. So I'm gonna run the first loop and then swap with a hiding Jacob for him to finish it out with the second loop. There's quite a lot of people that have shown up. It's about 10 minutes to the start. It is packed. There are race officials everywhere. We're kind of undercover right now, just so it doesn't look like Jacob's racing. Since there were so many officials for this 5K, we tried to make it super obvious to them that Jacob wasn't racing. Okay, low key, this is a lot bigger race than the last one was. There was well over 100 people in this race, and some fast people, so a win was far from guaranteed. It's about to be go time. Everyone's heading to the start line. All right, come on, let's get this. Hopefully Jacob finds a good spot to hide. So I headed to the start line while Jacob hung back a little bit. We're going over to the start right now. We have to go find a good spot to hide. This is so important. I'm gonna have maybe like 8 minutes to find a good spot before Tyler is back. So I need to be in position, find a good spot, strip down, and be ready to go before Tyler comes back after the first loop. And just like that, the race was off. And the first leg of our relay was underway. Pretty quickly, this group of 3 broke away from the rest of the pack, and I knew that this was looking like it was going to be a pretty fast and competitive race. Race is going off now. The race officials are coming up towards the swapping point, which is not good. Let's start moving up and try to find a spot. And while Jacob was beginning to look for a spot, I was fully in race mode, and this group of 3 was really starting to open up a gap. There was me, then Ryan, who's in the gray shirt, and then Andrew, who was only 12 years old and crushing this pace. I was feeling pretty good, and I was excited to see how fast Jacob and I would be able to run together. And a big reason why we're about to crush this race is because we've been fueling with Magic Spoon. Magic Spoon is a high-protein, no-sugar meal that can fuel your day. Now, there's 16 flavors to choose from, but my personal favorite is the frosted cereal. You want to try some?
Of course. Best cereal I've ever had.
Non-scripted. The best thing about Magic Spoon is that it tastes great while having no artificial ingredients inside. And since it's high protein too, it can fit into carb-conscious lifestyles. Each cereal has 13 to 14 grams of protein, while each treat has 11 to 12 grams of protein. As a type 1 diabetic, cereal is often seen as a big no-no, but since it has no sugar, it can easily fit into my daily diet. It's great for eating something yummy while still getting a lot of protein in. You can click the link in the description and use my code Tyler to get $5 off Magic Spoon treats or cereal. And Magic Spoon is so confident in the product that there is a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it, they'll happily refund you. Thank you so much to Magic Spoon for sponsoring the video. And now let's get back to the race. We can see around, there's not a lot of good places to go. This might be a good spot right here. If I'm like right here and then they go running by, they might not be able to see me there. But the problem is, look at all the race officials around us. Meanwhile, I was about to hit mile 1 and this pack of 3 people was still together. This is really bad news because I needed to create enough of a gap so that these other guys wouldn't see me and Jacob swap places. But Jacob hadn't even found a place to swap yet. We have probably 4 more minutes until Tyler comes. So he's gonna go out this way. If we go up too far, there's gonna be too many officials here. But there's not really another good spot to go. Knowing that the swap was coming up quickly, I decided to put in a little surge to try and break the pack, but they hung with. Honestly, I was starting to get really nervous that we would get caught instantly since they were so close and kept hanging on the pace. But in good news, Jacob had finally found his spot. They will be coming through here, and then they're gonna come back along this path at the halfway point, and that's when it'll swap. So I'll be right behind the bushes here. I feel like we are so out in the open here. We just don't know what's gonna happen. They should be coming through here pretty shortly. And sure enough, we were closing in on Jacob's hiding spot. But this wasn't where the switch would happen yet. See, on the map, we run by this point, do a little bit more, and then finish the first loop. And when we finished that first loop was when the swap was gonna go down. Oh, here they come, here they come. Here they come. Let's go! Nice job, nice job. Way to go. You got this. Looking good. Great guys. We know they're coming back, so we have like 3 minutes. So I'm gonna strip down now. Now that I knew where Jacob was, I knew the swap was coming up in just a couple minutes. I needed to drop the pack, but they kept responding to every surge I put in. And as we neared him, Jacob was starting to get ready. This was looking like a tight race, so I'm really gonna have to put it in here. This was almost the moment as Jacob crouched down behind the bush. We needed to get lucky and hope no one was nearby and saw this go down. Once I saw where Jacob was, I had only one option: start to drop back. I fell off the pace pretty heavily, but neither Ryan or Andrew seemed to notice. This one lady was unavoidable, but luckily she didn't seem like she was part of the race. So I quickly threw on a hoodie to cover my singlet, and Jacob sped off into the distance with no one any the wiser. I don't think anyone saw that. One of the kids crushing it. He looks like he's 12 years old. He's like crushing the pace. We got another guy, Ryan, up there, crushing as well. It's gonna be a tough fight for Jacob. We'll see what he's got. With his fresh legs and fresh lungs, Jacob instantly made his presence known, dropping Andrew pretty quickly and starting to gap Ryan. What we really need here is Tyler to be in first coming through here. I'm hoping for the best, but we'll see. There's some tough competition in this one. Meanwhile, Jacob was really starting to open up the gap, but that's when disaster struck. He took a wrong turn on the course, which made him run at least an extra third of a mile and cost us minutes of time. Most importantly, it allowed both Ryan and Andrew to pass up Jacob, so we went from first to third in the blink of an eye, and the win was looking extremely uncertain. However, Jacob was really moving here and caught back up to Andrew and passed him. That moved us back into second place, and he just needed to run down Ryan in order to reclaim the lead. The only problem is that there's now less than a mile to go, and the end of the race is very quickly approaching. Tyler should be coming any minute. We gotta hope and pray he is in the lead. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is a race. Come on, Tyler! You gotta move, Tyler! You gotta move! Keep it going! So Jacob had passed up Ryan, but it was too close for comfort, and Jacob barely had the lead with less than a half mile to go. We're gonna go to the finish. Tyler is barely in the lead right now. We gotta hope he holds it. I can barely see him going up the hill, and he looks kind of dead. The second place dude right behind him though. Might get interesting. At this point, Jacob needed to kick as hard as he possibly could in order to claim the win after his wrong turn. He was moving though, and I was hoping he could pull it out. Here he comes, Tyler pulling it in right now. Jacob had opened up an absolutely massive gap and managed to pull out the comeback after that wrong turn cost us a lot. He finishes hard, giving us a time of 18:13 with all the extra mileage, making us undefeated as a twin duo. Ryan and Andrew finished as well, and we even had the race director completely fooled.
So did you run or did you, who ran?
It was only me.
It was only you. Okay.